Hi, I'm very proud to introduce our Four-Quadrant indigenous motor testing bench. This test bench has been developed at Decibels lab to enable a lot of ecosystem players in the electric vehicle technology. It can be the companies who would like to test their motors or even integrate the motor controller and test it. Along with that, if in academics, if you'd like to teach to the students in real time using the test setup that is similar to the industry, you can also use our Four-Quadrant motor test bench. As a part of this test bench, we have our load. We can also call it as a Four-Quadrant absorber. Then we have the motor under test. And we also have an inline torque sensor and an RPM sensor. As a part of this setup, the requirement for the motor is to get tested with various load conditions. As I said, this is our Four-Quadrant load. We can operate in the motoring mode and also in the regenerative mode. We can also operate in the reverse mode and also in the regenerative mode as well. When you're operating this test setup, we have our GUI. This GUI is also indigenously developed to make sure that this is a very cost-effective solution. As a part of this whole GUI, you get an opportunity to control the load side, and the other side, you get to control your motor under test. If you can see, there are various parameters that comes with the GUI that gives you a more insightful information about what information that you're able to fetch from the motor. It can be the motor input voltage, the input current, the DC power, and also the input AC voltage, the AC current, and the instantaneous AC power, and also the various different parameters such as the output torque, output speed, output power, and also information that is derived from all of this would be a controller efficiency and a motor efficiency and an overall efficiency system. So in this way, the test setup gives you a very insightful information where you'll be able to perform a lot of test cases. So if I just quickly walk you through the simple option to just run at different speeds. So we have the test setup here. So if you want to just change it to 1000 RPM, you could see the motor shooting up its speed, and then the similar amount of data is also being captured as a part of the overall test setup in terms of the overall output speed of the motor as well. So on the other side, let's say you're running this test setup and you want to give a load to the motor, because right now the motor is running under no load condition. So if you want to run a motor in a load condition, so we go here as a part of this test setup and we give a torque command. Let's say we give a torque command of a 2 Newton meter. So the setup will apply the load, the Four-Quadrant load will apply a load to the 1 kilowatt motor. So in this way, you can conduct several type of experiments, maybe as simple as a no load test. We can also conduct the regenerative test. We can conduct the torque speed characteristic test, or you can plot the overall efficiency of the motor across the complete the speed torque characteristic range. You can help with this test bench to identify the fundamental characteristics of the motor with respect to also a controller. If you change some parameters inside a controller, or if you're just tuning the motor controller for specific requirements in place, you can even make those changes, subject the motor to testing conditions in place. Apart from all of these things, our premium version of the motor test bench will also come with an additional feature where you can actually load a drive cycle. If you have a drive cycle from the road load condition and you know what is the target torque that you are demanded from the motor or a target speed that is demanded from the motor, in that way we can feed the operational characteristics of the motor test that it runs according to the Excel fed data. Maybe it's a drive cycle or a drive cycle, for example, IDC, MRDC, or even a real-time drive cycle. So you can load to that. You don't have to manually control our speed characteristics, but you can control the input parameters via an Excel file. And also you can control your load command with the help of the Excel file as well. Henceforth, that gives you a complete automation. But that doesn't come as a part of the basic feature, but it comes as an advanced feature in our test setup. The hardware remains the same, but the software interfaces will change depending on the kind of test cases that we perform. The best thing about the test setup is very, very affordable. And other thing is, this is a Four-Quadrant setup. This is not something where you have a rope brake or an eddy current. There are very primitive approaches of conducting a test. But with this way, you can expand to a complete region of operation, make it much more dynamic and make it much more relevant to our road conditions as well. Henceforth, we are very proud that this product was made here at Decibels Lab, and we are able to bring it to our market where a lot of our customers will find a value in using this product from the industry and also from the academia as well. Thank you.